Most tutors think that doubling your revenue is gonna take years, but Sajib went from 10K per month to 24K per month within the first 30 days. Without wasting any time posting on Facebook groups or without lowering prices. In fact, he only raised his prices. I've already helped dozens of tutors scale with nurturing ads, and in this video, I'm gonna break down everything we did step by step so that you can see what's actually working right now. See, the biggest shift wasn't from working more hours. It was from building a predictable nurturing ads system. Once that was in place, scaling became a simple math equation. And by the way, Sajib really wasn't some marketing expert. He was just a tutor who'd plateaued at 10K per month and was tired of chasing old leads. Now, if you want to see exactly how you can implement this exact same system into your business, you can click on the link below this video and book a call with my team. We're gonna break down everything step by step exactly for your situation. So here's absolutely everything we did to take Sajib from 10K per month in 30 days to 24K plus per month. The first thing that we need to focus on is gonna be offer positioning. Here you can see Sajib joining our Discord, and here you can see us on the onboarding call together. So what do we actually do in terms of the offer? You see, a lot of tutors think that my results speak for themselves and that they don't need to position their offer. Really, right? But what you don't understand is that positioning is the very thing that creates demand. Results alone won't sell if they're invisible and nobody knows about them. So what do parents actually want you to sell? They want you to sell an outcome-based offer. Why? Because this attracts high-quality families and laser focuses on only the perfect type of students and parents that you would like to serve. And the way we do that is we make you a specialized tutor for a specific pain point so that you only deal with ideal families. Now, a lot of you think that in order to attract more clients, you need to teach more subjects or more levels, right? From elementary to college level. But when you specialize into one clear outcome, that multiplies conversions and referrals because you're able to streamline your delivery, meaning higher profit margins. You are able to collect more cash upfront because you are seen as the specialist, and it is easier to sell these people even at a higher price point because the perceived value is higher, because you are now seen as the specialist who solves only their specific problem. And this creates scalable delivery because you only work with one specific type of student, meaning you can create everything to only serve one person. And when you only serve one type of person, that means you can repeat assets, you can send them the same videos, and you essentially teach the same stuff over and over again, meaning you can work on making it run almost completely without you. And what this enables you to do is enables you to have enough margins to provide an exceptional service that you're actually proud of. So no, your niche isn't too small, and you won't lose students if you niche down into one student, if you niche down into one subject. In fact, it's completely the opposite. If you niche down, you are way more clear with your promise, it is way more easy to get new students and to get them to pay more. Once we have the offer down, we then need to focus on lead generation. You see, if nobody knows that you exist, then there's no point in even having an offer. Right? So we need to get some eyeballs on you first. Now, here we do two things. We do organic content and we do meta ads. Now, a lot of people think that, I post content, but I don't really have any benefits from it, right? I've posted, 20 videos, 10 videos, 30 videos. There's no sales. So what's really going on? But you need to understand that content is a part of the sales funnel, right? So what content does is it works together with the meta ads. You need to look at content as the printer, and then ads are the fill-in paper that you put into the printer, right? With top of funnel attention. So you need to feed the content with the ads. That's why it works so well. So what do we actually do? In terms of the ads and content, we have three stages. We've got top of funnel, aka getting the attention, middle of funnel, aka nurturing the attention, and then we have bottom of funnel, which is converting the attention. So for the ads, what we did for Sajib is we focused on action-driven ads, problem-solution ads, and credibility-driven ads. In the action-driven ads, you need to create instant attention with the purpose of that attention resulting in an inquiry. Problem solution ads is addressing a deep pain point, speaking towards a specific audience, right? The students and the parents that we defined in step 1 when we defined the offer, which is going to result in highly engaged and qualified leads. And then lastly, credibility driven ads. This is where you present yourself as the authority, you build status and you build trust with your target audience, which gives you instant influence. So the way we target these ideal parents that we defined earlier on is not done by pressing buttons in the ads manager. We do that. Instead, we target the right type of parent by articulating ourselves in a way that only resonates with the right type of parent, right? So what do you need to do? You need to call them out directly. You need to mention their specific pain point and desires. And you need to offer them what they actually desire deep down. And you need to use case studies, before and after states, that resonate with their current states and with their ideal state that they want to be in. That's exactly how you get the perfect type of parent. Now on the organic content side, we also use 3 different videos. Again, getting attention, nurturing, and converting. So here, reaction videos, teaching videos, and then talking head videos. Reaction videos. Here, you want to hijack virality. You are reacting to another piece of content that has already gone viral and is relatable to your specific niche. Teaching videos. This is where you teach. This is where you work through examples, problems, or frameworks right in front of the viewer, step by step, with your own thought process. This positions you as the authority. Why? Because if you're teaching someone and they are learning from you, you are instantly positioned as above them, because you can only teach someone who is, at least in this specific context, below you. This means you are effectively becoming their idol, and they're gonna start, and it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but they're gonna start to worship you to an extent. So when you get on a sales call and you idolize the person that is trying to sell you, imagine how easy it is for that person to sell you. That's exactly what we're doing here. Lastly, we've got talking head videos. This is where you talk to the camera, you address their beliefs and pain points that your clients have. And these are more about shifting mindsets and moving prospects closer to buy. Think objection prevention. Think shifting their current beliefs that you notice on sales calls that are not serving them. Most important for content is omnipresence. You need to be seen anywhere and everywhere. If they look you up, they need to find you. And even if they don't look you up, you still need to pop up anyway. That's how you create the illusion of a big established household name brand. You need to be absolutely everywhere. That's why we post on all big 4 social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And only once you have this whole system in place do you then start to see crazy numbers like this. See, we focus on speed of delivery and speed of results. And that's why we launched the ads in September. And within the first 56 pounds, Sajib was able to contract 1,950 pounds, which resulted in a 34x ROAS. You see, paid ads and content are not risky. When the offer and the funnel are tested and everything is predictable, you see here, organic is just meant to build trust and to nurture the people that come from the meta ads. It is not meant to necessarily get you clients on its own, even though that happens a lot of the time anyway. It is just here so that you are positioned as the authority and they see you as above them, which makes selling way easier. So once we had all of this attention, obviously there are some more steps that needed to take place before we actually got that 1.9K in contract revenue. So we need to make sure that we actually get some appointments on your calendar. In this case, on Sajib's calendar. And a lot of people believe that people will book if they're interested and that you just need to wait. But interest does not equal intent. You must guide the prospect, which we do through our whole process, into taking some action. So here's exactly what we do. After somebody opts in, they get redirected to the landing page with the VSL. But what also happens is that we collect their name, email, and phone number. And then we place a train appointment setter on that info. That setter has a specific workflow to follow up with them, to get in contact with them, and to book them on a call. And what also happens is that new lead automations trigger right away. This is email sequences and SMS sequences. These are again meant to nurture and educate your audience using all of the content we created here. These are just redirections to all of the content and sales assets that we have. And this is all meant to essentially brainwash the prospect into, first of all, booking the call and then showing up to all of these calls. So all of this nurturing and education pre-appointment basically gets them to be ready to buy before they even hop on the call, and that is the whole point. So the last thing that we need to do is convert all of these calls into actual sales. So that's why step 4, sales flow, is here. Now I want you to understand something. When someone says that they can't afford your services, that doesn't mean that that's it and there's nothing you can do. In fact, only 10% of people are gonna buy without having any objections or without having any questions or any resistance. And then the other 10% are not gonna buy no matter what you say. But there's 80% of people that you can get over the line just by helping them make a decision. And no, you don't need to hard sell these people to get them over the line. All you need to do, you see, because true selling is service. It's helping prospects make the best decision for them, not for you, for them. Because the goal of the call is not to just to take money from them. The goal of the call is to create belief and help them get over the line and help them raise their standards and ultimately get to a better life, which is going to be enabled by their kid getting a better score on that exam, getting into the university and having a better career path and having ultimately a better life. And I understand a lot of you aren't naturally born salespeople, and that's, understandable. You're educators, you're not a salesperson. But sales is absolutely a learnable skill. And all you need is the few basics to be able to get these people over the line. In fact, I made a whole YouTube video about how our tutors are getting 50 to 80% close rates within the first month with basically no sales experience. So what we do here, we craft a high converting 3-step closing script. Step 1, discovery. Step 2, solution. Step 3, offer. So the discovery focuses on their emotional pain, on their problems, on their current situation. Think going to the doctor. When you come to the doctor, you have back problems. He doesn't just prescribe you something because you have back problems. He most of the time asks you a question. Okay, when does it hurt? How does it hurt? Does it hurt if you do that? Does it hurt if you do this? Is it like, how much out of 10 does it hurt, right? That's the same thing you need to do with these people. You need to understand where they're coming from, what problems they have, and what solution is going to be best. And then you provide the solution. That's it. And then when they have any objections, you need to listen to them. You need to understand where they're coming from. And if you know exactly where they're coming from, it's going to be very easy to close 30, 40, and we've even seen up to 80% close rates on 1 to 2 to 3K offers. So here's just some proof. Sajib collecting 7K cash for September so far, aiming for 20K per month. And then Sajib increasing his price point and then closing someone again. And then ultimately this resulted in him making 18K in his very first month with us, which 18K in pounds results in roughly 24K in US dollars in a month with the current conversion rate of the time of filming this video. So when people say that Facebook ads don't work for tutors, oftentimes they're right. A lot of Facebook ad strategies don't work for tutors because you need to have the right offer, the right targeting, the right system, and everything needs to work in synergy. The content needs to work with the ads. The appointment setting needs to work with the content, and the sales needs to work with the ads, the content, and the appointment setting. And only when there's synergy can you then go from 10K per month to 24K per month within the first 30 days. So if you're sitting at 5 to 10K per month right now and you want to grow your business without working more hours to 20, 30, or even 50K per month, you can click on the link below this video, schedule a call with my team, and we're going to go over exactly how we'd set all this up for you.